Imagine a world without the internet, GPS, or the US dollar as a global reserve. It's hard, isn't it? Today, one nation's central bank can trigger a recession in Asia, and its entertainment dictates the fashion in Europe. We call it the global superpower. But here's the kicker. Just 250 years ago, this nation didn't even exist on a map. While empires like Rome and Britain took centuries to rise and fall, the United States sprinted from a struggling colony to the master of the world in record time. Was it just luck, or was it a cold, calculated masterpiece of geopolitics? Today, on the Insight Theory, we are deconstructing the explosive rise of the United States. The American story began with a dark chapter. After Columbus arrived in 1492, European powers treated the New World like a giant chessboard. By 1607, Britain established Jamestown. However, the true American dream was born out of rebellion. In 1776, 13 tiny colonies stood up against the mightiest empire of that time, Great Britain. Against all odds, led by George Washington, they won their sovereignty in 1783. But they didn't stop at the coast. Most people think America grew naturally. In reality, it was a series of aggressive acquisitions. They bought Louisiana from France, Alaska from Russia for a measly $7.2 million, and won nearly half of Mexico's territory through war. By the late 1800s, America had something Europe didn't, a massive, contiguous landmass protected by two oceans and fueled by the California gold rush. They had the resources, now they just needed the opportunity to lead. While Europe was busy tearing itself apart in World War I and II, America played a different game, the merchant game. During the early stages of World War II, the U.S. followed a policy of isolation. They weren't fighting, they were selling. They supplied both sides with food and weapons, demanding payment in gold. By 1945, a staggering 70% of the world's gold reserves were sitting in American vaults. After the smoke cleared at Hiroshima and Nagasaki, the U.S. didn't just have the only atomic bomb, they had the world's wallet. In 1944, before the war even ended, the Bretton Woods Agreement changed history. The U.S. convinced 44 nations to peg their currencies to the dollar, which was backed by gold. But then came the 1970s Nixon Shock. When countries tried to trade their dollars back for gold, President Nixon simply said, no. The dollar should have collapsed, but America played its ultimate trump card, the Saudi deal. This is the secret sauce of American power. By ensuring that global oil could only be bought in dollars, creating the Petro-Dollar, the U.S. made its currency a necessity for every nation on Earth. Even today, if you want to keep the lights on in your country, you need U.S. dollars. This isn't just economics, it's a financial leash. Here at the Insight Theory, we categorize modern American dominance through the 3D formula. Defense, a military budget larger than the next 9 countries combined. Diplomacy, controlling the narratives at the UN, IMF, and World Bank. Development, leading the tech race. But it's not just about tanks and money, it's about soft power. From Hollywood movies to iPhones, the world consumes America every single day. Perhaps their greatest strength is the brain gain. America doesn't just produce geniuses, it imports them. Whether it's Einstein from Germany, Elon Musk from South Africa, or the founders of Google and YouTube, the U.S. provides a playground for the world's most ambitious minds. They turn foreign talent into American GDP. History shows us that no empire is eternal. The Romans fell, the British retreated, and now many wonder if the rise of China or the BRICS nations marks the end of the American century. Can the U.S. maintain its lead through innovation, or will its massive debt and internal divisions finally catch up? One thing is certain. For the last 80 years, the world has marched to the beat of the American drum. What do you think? Is the American era over, or is it just beginning a new chapter? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives into the forces that shape our world. I'm your host, and this is the Insight Theory.